going to show you about class detection in Navisworks. So the best part of class detection in Navisworks is that you don't have to uh, do your class checking for the whole model. For each particular discipline, you can do your class checking, and for even each particular items, you can do your class checking. So you can specify about your model for the class checking. So now let's go for it. Here you see that one class detective icon is there, that is checked right now. It is selected within this blue. So that means you have this class detection over there. So this is the class detective window. And if you don't find this, so that means this one is checked. This one is unchecked. So you have to check this one, and you can come to view view tab also. Here you have this window. Here you can check this class detection. So this class detective window will be opened. Now you can see that we have this class detective window. Here everything is grayed out, right? N- Everything is deactivated. Nothing is active. Everything is grayed out because we haven't added any test. We haven't added any class test. So before this class test, before running the class test, let me go for the settings there. Go for the option, and there you have all these settings. So general, you have all these settings, this location caching, this autosave, and about the interface. You have this display unit. So this is the display unit right now. You can change it to millimeters if you need. So let's have this one, and sectioning. So this is about the sectioning. So I haven't showed you about the sectioning. Okay, I'll show you about the sectioning, how to create section in Navisworks. And this is about selection, about the measurement. So let's go for that clash detection. So yeah, so then this tools, we have this class detective. And now you see that custom highlight color for item one is right now red, and for item two that is green. And about the zoom distance factor. So when you will select your clash, it will zoom. So how much it will zoom, that is for the zoom factor. And we have this dimming transparency, and we will use wireframes for transparent dimming. So if you can uncheck, so we will come again to this option, and we will check, and there we will understand better. We will implement these changes, and we will understand it better. Now we have to uh, add one clash. Okay, we will be running one clash. So here we have uploaded NWD file, right? One NWD, or you can upload NWF file, or you can also append NWC files, and later you can save as NWD or NWF. And within that, you can, before saving it to NWD or NWF, you can save it as, sorry, you can run your clash there. Okay, so here your selection tree is available. Here you can see that we have all these NWC files within this NWD, and we have architectural, mechanical, electrical, structural. Okay, so all these files are available, and we have this clash detection there. Now I'll be adding one test. So when I have added this test, everything is active right now. Okay, so we will know what are the tools available within this detection window. So now you see that one test is added, and it's waiting for you to provide the right name. So here the name is test one. So you can go for like first, clash Mars batch. Okay. And here you have this class. You can stretch this window. Okay, and the status is right now new, and right now we haven't we don't have any clashes, and about the class that is new, active, and reviewed, approved, resolved. So we have two types of classes. Okay, we have two types of classes. So first is open class, and second is closed class. So your new, active, these are your uh, closed class. Sorry. These are your open class. Okay, we haven't take any action for these classes. These are your open class. And your reviewed, approved, and resolved, these are your closed class. Okay. I think new, active, and reviewed, these three, the first three are the open class, and this approved and resolved are the closed class. So that means approved and resolved, you have taken the action for your class, and that is right now no more open. It will be as a closed class. You're approved and resolved. Okay, so this is the clashes. So here you will see the total number of classes, including your open and closed. Okay, and here you can see that another test you can add with this option, add test. And you can, just a second, guys. Okay, so about this class detective. Yep. So you can reset all. Okay, if there is anything to reset, you can compact all your class test if you have uh, two different class test. So let me like second class test, and you can go for the compact all. If you have run your classes, you can compact all, and you can delete them all. Okay, and you can again create another test. So like the same. Okay, and press enter. All right. Now let's come to this rules, select results and report. Okay. Now let's talk about this rules. So it will set within this rule tab, you will set some rules like, do you want to ignore some clashes? So ignore clash between same layers. So here levels are your layer in Navisworks. So if you don't want to check your class within level one, so all the level one objects will be ignored. So in the same layer, suppose not in like all the objects are present in level one. So those objects which are present in level one will not intersect between each other. So you will not run clash for all those objects which are present in level one. So which are in same layer, you will not check the clash. Even if you run the class, it will ignore. Okay. So it will check the class between level one and level two, or between different layers. All right. So like that, it will ignore for same group and same file. Okay, so these are the rules you have to set. Okay, so this is very simple to understand, like items with coincident snap points. So at the same point, if two objects meet, so those object will be ignored. So you can ignore. Right now we are not going to ignore, and here we will be selecting our items for our class checking. So I'm coming to this part later. Now let's go about this result tab. So here all this result after running our class will be shown here. And here you can see that about highlighting all of your clashes and about isolation. So here for isolation, let me dim other. So all the other objects will be dimmed, and you can choose transparent dimming. Okay. And about viewpoint, it will auto update, and it will animate transition. So when you uh, change one clash to another clash, so how it will update, so it will automatically update itself. So rather than you can go to manual, like manually you can search and you can go to another clash view. So that we set here. And we have report, so we can generate a report. So in our report, what will contain, so these are the contents within our report. And what will be the report format? So we can use XML, HTML, HTML tabular. So there all the class images will be available. If you choose text, so all the information will be there, but no images. So the path for the image where it is saved, that will be mentioned only. And you can save it as a viewpoint. So you know what is called viewpoint. Here we have created some viewpoints. So like that, you will create some viewpoints, like some fixed view. So whenever you will click, you will get that view for your clash. Okay. So like that. So we will create it later. Okay. And now let's go for this select. Okay. So now before selecting this, before selecting this, you just choose any properties if it is there. Suppose properties wise you want to select any object, so that you can choose. So you have all this. Okay. So there you can, so it will be easier for you to search your object. Now I'll go for like standard, and I'll go like this. I'll go discipline wise. Here I will choose. So this is selection A. So within this selection A, this will be my first item, item number 1. And here it will be item number 2. Okay, so let me select structure. Okay, now here I have a type of classes and type of selection. So this is going to be surfaces. Okay, I'm going to check surfaces clash, means like my surfaces, if two object surfaces are occupying the same space, so I'm going to check that. So if there are surface, if my 3D model surfaces are occupying the same spaces, so then it will identify. And if you choose lines, so that means the edges, for the edges, or for your 2D drawings. Suppose if there are AutoCAD drawings, and your civil 3D drawings are there. And this one is for point clouds. Suppose you have uploaded point clouds, and you want to identify classes between your point clouds, that you can do it. Okay. And this is for self intersect. So self intersect means within this selection A, if there are any duplicate object, so it will find out if there are any duplicate object. Okay. And this is for use current selection. Suppose there are some selection, so you can like you want to check between, suppose you have selected, uh, just a second. Suppose you have selected this much of object, and in between that you want to go for like use current selection, and there you see that you these has been changed, right? This has been changed. So this is for selection A, and for this selection B also you can go for use current selection, like that. You can choose it, and you can go for select in scene. So for selection A, you can go for select in scene, and there you can, like this, you can, sorry, select and come here. So here you click anywhere within this selection A box, click here, and then select in scene. So you'll be selecting in scene. So these are holding control, you'll be selecting it. So these are going to be the object for your selection A. These are going to be the first item. And for this, you can choose the same. So I'll not go, I will not do that. So here I will select architecture. Okay. Here I will select architecture. Okay. You can choose use current selection. You can choose select in scene so that you can do. And right now I'm going to select structure for here. And the type is hard. Okay, so that means these are my solid geometry. You can choose hard conservative. So when you have object like mesh object you have, so then you can choose hard conservative. Okay, and we have some clearance and duplicate. So for duplicates, if you have any duplicate object, so for that you can uh, choose duplicate. And you want to check clearance, so for that like you can choose clearance. Okay, so how much clearance it have. Okay, so that you can choose. And if there is any link, so you can do that. And we will be selecting hard. And about the tolerance, so within this much of tolerance, you can it can identify that these are going to be the like uh, for your hard clash, you can tolerate this much. Okay, so even these two geometry or these two solid object are occupying same space within this distance, so that you are going to tolerate. This is the simple meaning of this tolerance. Okay, so let's go for this run test now. We'll be running this test and we will find out within this result tab. Let's go for run. And here you can see that we have total number of clashes shown here. Okay, and the status is done right now. So we have all these clashes and the status is right now new. Okay, and here you see that this is the display settings. This is so uh, you can have this display settings. Okay, and this is class 2 and you see that how it comes when you change class 2 to class 3, how it comes. So this one is set here at the viewpoint. It is animate transition. If you don't do it, so it will directly come. Okay, it will directly change it. So when you go for this, it will animate this transition from this to this, right? And about how it comes, it will like auto load like this way. So it will be automatically loaded and you can go for manually. Can go for manually. You have to zoom it manually. Okay, so it's better we have this auto update. And you see this isolation is hide other. You can hide others to see it better. Okay, and you will be resolving it in Revit. Okay, so I'll show you that how you can do that. Okay, so we have this much of classes. We have to solve this. Okay, so it's better while modeling, you do it, you check all of this. Okay, now you see that right now we have this item 1 and this item 2. If I uncheck this, we will not get those colors. Okay, and here you can do like use status color. So status mean this is these as per these status. So if it is new, it will highlight with the red, and if it is active, so it will highlight with the orange colors. Okay, so it's better you highlight with the item colors. And here let me check it. Go for options, and there we have this class detective. You can change this. All right. And about the zoom factor that you can change. So it will when you will zoom the another next one, there you will get the effect. Okay, so let me just have the same. Sorry, just a second. Yeah. Okay, so about the dimming transparency right now, that is 0.85. So you can have it less. Can let me click on OK and come to this one. And here, let me go for this dim other. And there you can see that right now we can see all the model. You can change the option there, like you can give more transparency, right? Okay, like this you can change all the settings for your class. Okay, and now you see that we have all this. If you want to assign, if you want to assign it to somebody, okay, so there you can assign it. So select this class one and you can assign it to like let me assign it to Muhammad Hatim. Hatim, let me know if I'm typing correctly.
Sir, EEM, sir.
Okay,
HATM. No
double
problem.
EM. Okay, and I will provide the instruction within this note. Here I will tell you that these are the classes you have to solve within this time. Please solve within the deadline. Okay. So you can provide notes and you can assign it to. So it will be stated within our report and we will be sharing the report within our team members. Okay, so like that you can assign, you can again go for this unassign option and you can add some comments over there. Okay, so these are the clash. Let me assign some comments. These are the clashes between arc model and struct model. And the status is right now new. You can do it like active. Okay. And after all of this, you can generate the report. Okay. So this is there you see two comments are added. Okay. So when you go for assign, so you particularly assign to a particular BIM engineer or BIM modeler or any team member. And if you go for this add comment, so that is not specifically for any particular team member. This is for all. Okay. Now you can change it like if it is resolved, everything when it is resolved. So here you can change the status. So everything you can change the status. So when you change it, so there you see that resolved one is added within this resolved. Here you see close one is there. So here let me go to approved like that one. So we have closed two. And if you add reviewed, so as I mentioned that new active and reviewed are uh, your open clashes. Okay, so like that you can uh, do these changes. Okay, so let me, sorry, this is active, this is active, and let me go for this reviewed. Okay, and when you resolved all this, so that means this is resolved, that is no more classes. Okay, so that we can uh, apply in our model and we can go for construction. So when you do it resolved, here we have this option compact. So that means all the resolved classes will be cleared. Okay, so here also you have this compact all. All right. So let me just do the changes here. If I go for this class 4 there, and if I go for resolved, and there you see one resolved is there, and we have this class 4. If you go for compact all, and now you see we don't have any resolved, and this class 4 is no more. We can do this with this icon also. Okay, and you can go for this reset. So right now everything is reset. We don't have any classes here. Okay, so this is all right. So these are the selection, and you can rerun the test. Okay, so right now uh, you see that this is selected. These are these are my classes, and here it was assigned. So let me just quickly assign it again. Click on OK. And after that, you will generate the report and you will be sharing to the to all the members. Okay. So this report can be useful for those who don't have any access for this Naviswork. Okay, so generally what happened, some BIM modelers doesn't access this Naviswork. They doesn't run the class checking. Some BIM coordinators run the class checking. Okay, and mostly senior BIM modelers, BIM coordinators, and your BIM manager will run the class checking, and then they will send this report, and then they will tell you to resolve this, and you have to resolve. So this reports will be useful for those members who don't have access for Naviswork. And report type, this is for the current test. And what will be the type? Let me go for this HTML, and let me save on this desktop. Here, let me save it. Okay. So it will take time. We have to wait for it. Okay. So it will take time. Can you see the Revit screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here, let me tell you about this add-ins. We have this add-ins that is Navisworks switchback. Okay. So from Naviswork also you have to click switchback for each item, and for each class you will be clicking on switchback, and you will be coming to this, and it will highlight those items. And before that you have to click, that means you will be activating this Navisworks switchback first in Revit, and then you will be uh, activating in Naviswork. Okay, so these are the steps you have to follow, and then you will be coming to that software where you have created that model, and you will be resolving your classes. So let me just, okay, so we have to wait for it. So there are so many classes, like 4,900 classes. It will take that much of time. Let me cancel it. Okay, let me cancel it. It will take too much of time. It will be just wasting of our time. Uh, so what I'll do here, uh, while selecting it, I'll set this tolerance. Okay, here I will set some tolerance. Like if it is occupying within this distance, we will tolerate. So let me set like this, and let's tolerate. So here I have 18 classes. So that is good. Okay, that is right now for our class. That is good to generate the report and good to access. Let's go for this report. Okay. And the type is, the format is HTML. And here you see that within this content, we'll be adding summary, class point, date, assigned to, date approved, approved by, layer name, and item path. So you can check this item path. So all the items where it is saved, the item path will be there, and the status, if it is resolved, that can be included. So generally at the default you see that item path and resolve, these are not added. So generally what do we do? We don't include the item path, so that is not necessary to add within our report where it is saved. And when it is resolved, so there is nothing to add within our report, right? So if you are going for all the resolved, so then you can separately create one resolved classes for the report for the resolved classes. So then you can uncheck all of this and you can only check this resolved. Okay, now let's go for write report, and here let me go for save, and I will replace it. Yeah, so let me go to desktop. Here, let me open it. I hope it is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here you can see that this is the class name, and the tolerance, that is the total number of classes available, and what is active, how many active classes are there, and what is the type of your class. Okay,
Sir,
so
1 minute.
here, yeah, yeah.
Tolerance, tolerance. You say you gave a 0.30 meter. That is for only first floor.
No, for each object. Here you see, I haven't set for any particular level. I
Okay, sir.
have run the class between this two discipline, architecture and structure.
Okay, sir.
So here I have. Okay, so this is the clash one right now, and the distance is 0.34. So that's why we are having it. Okay, and the type is hard. Status is active right now, where the class points where it is, and the location where it is, when it is created and assigned to this person, and the element ID for item one. This is the element ID, and the layer, that means the level. Okay, uh, in Naviswork, layer means level in Revit. So 301 third floor, there it is, and item name. This is the item name. Okay, so everything you okay, and the status is new, and this is my system name. So the user who has assigned to Mohammad Hatim, and this is the note. Okay, so this way you will find out all the details about your classes. Okay. And now let me come back to Naviswork, and there you have this classes come to this result. You choose each and every classes there. Okay. And what you can do is here, let me here on this Revit, let me click on this Navisworks switchback. Okay. And now here what I'll do, if it is a sorry, let me come to this. Just a second. Mm, let me rerun the test. Okay, so here I have. All right, so what I'll do right now, I will hide other. So it will be better for me, easier for me to select each item, right? So right now I need this hide other option, and here I will right click, and you see I have this switchback option for this. Okay, so it will open up the that file where it is available. So this model is available in my architecture model. So it will open up the architecture model. If it is so you are if you are selecting this structure model, so it will open up the structure model. So there you know you have to shift it up, or where suppose for this door if you need to cut it, for this wall if you need to cut it, so that you have to do. So for that you choose either structural or either architectural, where you have to do that. So let me go for this switchback option, and this is the file. So let me browse it. So where it is, the architectural one, and let's click on OK. So here you see that it's opening in the Revit, and one view already there, one view already created, that is Navisworks switchback. So we can easily identify. So okay, so that is selected right now, and you can change those settings. This is the item. Right click and you can come back to switchback, and there you see this is right now selected. And what you can do, you can like go for this temporary hidden element. So go for isolate element. So that is right now visible within your screen, and there you can fix all of this. Okay, like if you have to edit this model there, so you can add that. Sorry, we have to split it. Okay, like that. And there that we have that sorry add in, we have that Naviswork 2021, and there you will be uh, uploading it again, that nwc file. And if it is uploaded like that in nwc file, uh, rather than nwc file, you have uploaded that Revit file directly. You have open this Revit file directly. So you know that there is that refresh option is there. So it will refresh it here. It will update it here. and it will be resolved. So you can mark that as resolved there. Okay. So here you have to upload it again. So you just have to find out there all these classes. So right now you don't need to upload it here. Right now do what, like come to all these classes there, just hide other and select it and go for this switchback, and it will open up in the Revit, and you will solve all these classes as per your direction. Okay, as per the instruction, you will be solving it here. Okay, so this how you will be doing your class checking and you will be solving your class checking. Okay, so it will take lots of time to solve all these classes. So mm, now let me come to this Naviswork here, and there we have another item to show you. So let me go for this dim other, and for this report, what you can do is you can generate as viewpoints. So there are some viewpoints we can add. So for each class, you can generate viewpoints. So let's generate as viewpoints. Okay, let's go for write report, and there you see this folder has been created, your viewpoint folder, and there you have all these views. Okay, so right now you have to change it to, you have to change uh, this mode to wireframe there, and come to this viewpoints, go for clash 1, clash 2. Just a second. Okay, I need to check this one, preserve class highlighting. Let me delete it and come to this class detective. So it will preserve your class highlighting. So it will include the colors and visibility in within this viewpoint. So let's go for this write report, and there let's go for it, clash 1. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you have created this viewpoints. All right. So now let me close this, and let's go for normal view there, and let me change the mode to full render. Why I'm getting this? Okay, so for this we have reset appearance. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about uh, enabling sectioning. Okay. let's enable section. So you can create section with this plane section plane. Okay. Now you cannot see the section plane. So for that, click on this fit sectioning. And right now you can see this is the section plane. And with this axis, you can move your section plane and you can generate your section. Okay. And you can choose rotate also. Like you can rotate this way and you can create a section like this way. Okay. This is move. You can move it. Okay. Now we have this planes. You can choose box like this. You can choose box. Within this box, you will have your section. Now, when you have this box, so that means you can scale it. Okay. So you have this scale option for this. You can scale it. Okay. And then you can go for this move. You can move it. Okay. Again, go for this scale. Can scale this way and go for move. So with this box, you can have like front and top both at the same time. Okay. And if you choose plane, so you will have one plane. Right now, we have this plane one only available, and you can go for plane two also. So it's with the plane, we have all this associated. So click on this. So this is your section plane settings. So for each plane, we have this sectioning aligned. So you can choose bottom and there, let me move it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So for the two, it is set to bottom. You can change it to front. There you see. Okay. So here you click it, click on it. Okay. Right now you have selected current plane one. Choose current plane two. Sorry for that. Okay. And then you can change it. All right. So this way you can create your section. You can then generate it as a viewpoint. All right. And then you will have all the different sections within this Naviswork. And this can be used for animation purpose. You can create animation. Okay, that you can do. Like let me go for it. Mm, Here, let me choose plane one and then let me go for this. So it will be started from this. So you select it as a viewpoint, you save it as a viewpoint, and then again you, so this much is completed, then you save it as a viewpoint, and again this much is completed, so that you save it as a viewpoint, and like this you can create the animation for completing your whole building. That you can do with this with the animation, with the help of this sectioning, and you can create animation. So for the animator, for the animation you need these viewpoints. So I will demonstrate about animation, how to create animation with the help of uh, creating and saving your viewpoints. Okay, so this is the option how to create section in Naviswork. All right, so that is all for today.